Hey guys, it's me, Jesse. Today we're going to be doing this fun tier list. I do like my tier list, and I also love Animal Crossing, so this is a video I've been waiting to do. We're going to be ranking and also placing into tiers all of the Animal Crossing NPC characters. So these are characters that you see on screen, people like Tom Nook, Isabelle. They won't live in your island or your town, but you will see them frequently doing various many things. Some are great and some are a miss. And we are going to dive into all of these crazy characters right now. This looks like it spans all of the games in the series, which is fun. Up to New Horizons, I see, and Pocket Camp. So before we start though, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like these. And also comment down below which characters, NPC specifically, are your favorites. Okay, so we're gonna start. It looks like Blanca is the first one on the list, so I think this is alphabetical order. Looks like it. Actually, no, if she's B and Blathers is also a B. Okay, there's no seeming order that I can see here. Alright, anyways, Blanca. So, Blanca is interesting. She clearly has no face, which is her most interesting feature, I guess. She isn't in New Horizons, I believe, right? No, I don't think so. When I first was introduced to her, or them, it was back in the GameCube, and basically you would meet her, or them, by traveling to other people's towns through the memory cards. And sometimes Blanca would be on one of the trains instead of Rover. So, and then the fun thing with Blanca is that you can draw on their face, kind of like using the tool that the Able sisters to make patterns and clothing. You could draw on Blanca's face, and I'll show some examples of right now of some of the interesting things that people would draw on her. So it's always a fun laugh. But besides that, she really hasn't come back in a while. But she's funny, so I'll put her in B. I don't dislike her at all. Okay, Rover. Rover, if this is when I started Animal Crossing when I was young, I did not like him. I thought he was annoying. He's weird. You just see him at the beginning when he's on the train, and then that's it. I think as time goes on, as I get older, I kind of get nostalgic. I have some nostalgia for some of these characters, especially the original ones. So I'll keep Rover in B, just because he feels some of that nostalgia, and but he's also kind of scary. Next up, it looks like we have Cap'n. Cap'n, I like Cap'n. I don't love him though. I think I associate Cap'n with the minigame island from New Leaf the most, and I love that feature that they had. He's also, you know, he has a family and he likes to sing, which is cute. He's a little creepy, a little on the pervy side, but we'll look past it. I think I'll also put him in B. Okay, so Cyrus. What do I think about Cyrus, actually? I like his color scheme, and he's really useful in New Leaf and New Horizons. I mean, Reese, I don't know what she does, but Cyrus is super useful. I love that it can change the colors for your furniture and stuff. And yeah, he's got a kind of this like confident attitude. Yeah, I'll go with a B also. He's pretty good. Digby, oh. It's kind of sad because I don't have much of an opinion on Digby. We barely get to see him. In New Leaf, he's just Isabelle's brother. He works at that happy home. I don't remember what it was called. It was like a little area where you can visit other people's homes that you street passed, I think. It was a cool enough idea, but I really didn't, I guess, street pass enough people to, you know, use its full potential. So it kind of makes me not feel like I really got to know Digby. I'll also put him with C. Okay, this is some woman, I don't know. She got escaped out of the old folks' home to come onto this list. So we'll put her in D, okay. I know this is Captain's mother, I assume. Yeah, not much of an opinion on her. Isabelle, okay. Lots to say about Isabelle. She's sweet. She is a dog. Okay, yeah. How do I say this? I think Isabelle is great and cute and friendly and all those things, but she's a little bland. I mean, if you don't agree, you don't agree, but tell me you don't agree with this point, that Isabelle is a little too nice. There's just not enough depth to her. And in New Leaf, like, she's basically doing all the work for you. So that's nice. But she doesn't have that, you know, that story like Tom Nook has, for my opinion. But she still is a great character and is very cute. And she's hilarious that she can fight with the best in Smash. So I'll put her in B. But with her popularity and how big of a character she is, she should be higher. But for me, she's a little bland, so she goes down to B. All right, Jack, instant A. What a great character. One of the best holiday representatives. Just, I love his voice. I love that he's just a short little guy. And he's always up to mischief, wants candy, wants to get people to curse each other. Oh, so much fun. And I also love Halloween. My birthday is right beside it, so, you know, gotta represent Halloween. Kix, also love him. He's so cute and charming. I love his little folksy, you know, Oliver Twist look. So he's definitely A. Lyle, really annoying, going to D. I wonder who's gonna be an F. Maybe I should have clarified this. So tier list rankings as being best of the best. Only the best can go here, not just anybody that I like. A is like really, really good, sort of like what I just explained for these two. B is like middle of the road good, and then C would be middle of the road bad, I guess, is how I differentiate those two categories. D is either I've never met them, don't know them, or they're just really uninteresting. F would be really annoying, really terrible, really dislikable, or unattractive, or I've been burnt by them in some way, which I'm sure we'll get into. Okay, now we got that out of the way. I should have done that at the beginning of the video. We're gonna move on to Mabel. Oh, look at this cute picture of her smiling. I mean, she doesn't have a mouth, I think, but she looks very happy. I think I like all of the Porcupine sisters, but I think she's probably the least interesting, which is sad, but she's still a B. Pave, oh, this sassy man, this flamboyant, feathery freak. I love him. I don't think I love enough A. I think B is good. You know, he was definitely a fun addition to New Leaf. Speaking of fun introductions to New Leaf, is what I would not say about her. She's going to D because what? She is bland, and she is also really creepily obsessed. I don't know how to say it. She's obsessed so much with her husband that she thinks every woman or person that it goes near him thinks they want to, like, you know, jump his bones. Woman, you need to calm down. You know, let your man have some breathing room or he's leaving your ass. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Next we have Wisp in his little cute genie outfit. I like Wisp enough. His role sometimes is kind of random, like the whole finding those, I don't know, his role in the newer games are not my fave. I really liked in the GameCube one where it was really creepy at night and it was a little more rare, so it made him more interesting that way. And also when you found the 5 wisps and gave it back to him, that you could remove all the weeds. I don't think that's a thing that he can do in this game, right? It's just furniture, so it makes him less interesting. But he's still a good design. I'll put him in C. Okay, next we have a big heavy hitter in Celeste. So freaking cute. Instant A. You can't say anything bad about Celeste. She's cute, she's sweet, she gives you amazing items. I'm talking about New Horizons, all of the celestial items and the space items and all those wands. Super one of the highlights of that game. And I didn't play Wild World that much, but the idea of the astronomy, what is it called? Stargazing place that she does, constellations, is definitely a cute touch, and I'm sure people enjoyed going there to make some really R-rated designs. Okay, so we're moving on. We got another one of Captain's family that nobody knows anything about. I'm gonna put his wife over here in D. Next we got Chip, the OG fisherman. See, like, he really didn't do anything for me in the first game, but looking back I'm like, oh, but I miss him somehow. I guess that's just what they do when they replace some characters, like how they did. They put CJ to replace Chip, which I'm guessing it's his father or grandfather. And then they had, let's see, Flick over here to replace Nat, who I'm guessing is also somehow related, maybe his grandfather. So it kind of made me miss the originals, and it gives them a little bit more like positivity, or you know, a bit more of a nuance. But I'll just put Chip in C for that. I'll also put Nat in C. I know I'm jumping ahead, but they kind of go together. They're both quirky, and they have their own little personality, but they haven't been in the game in so long. Next up, we got, is this Katie? Caitlyn? I think it's Katie. Caitlyn is the mom, I think. Oh, there she is, this mother. We'll get to her. Katie, I only know her from City Folk. Like I said, I didn't play Wild World too much, but I know she just gets lost in the towns all the time, and you have to bring her back, and she's just a hot mess. This girl is gonna go to D. Just a mess. For a second, I just had a double take. I'm like, what? I think this is the wrong game. This is not DK or Crash, or I don't know, any other game. I feel like he looks more like he would be a part of, but I think his name is Frillard. I've never seen him in the game, to tell you right now. I know that he's referenced in City Folk as being like that comedian characters as like mentor or like boss, but I've never seen him. And I think he's supposed to be in the game, like he sometimes appears in the comedy show, but I've never seen him, so he's kind of rare though. That makes me kind of intrigued. I'll put him in D because I still never met him, but if I meet him one day, maybe I'll really like him and put him up. Oh yay, now we got our favorite turnip selling woman. Her name is Joan, or like they say in the game, Sao Joan in the GameCube version. She got star eyes, so she looks like she's always dazed and confused, and she basically is. She's always on the train whenever you travel between towns and make a new town, and she wakes up in a daze and is you know, she wonders where her husband is, and then she realizes later that he died years ago, and then she forgets again. So basically she has Alzheimer's. So, you know, Joan, I'm just glad that she can relax at home. She's retired. She has her great granddaughter, you know, at 4 years old, doing the work for her. So, you know, I say, good on you, Joan. So with all that said, I like her. She's going to go into B. Oh, now we got Katrina, the super sly, mysterious vixen panther woman, fortune teller. Yeah, that's all of her synonyms for her. I love her design. I love also her tent designs and the animations when she does her fortune reading. It's one of the best in the game. She just has a lot of, for having so little time for having such little gameplay time, or time that you actually interact with her, she really uses it really well. So for that, I put her in A. Okay, next up we have one of the other porcupine sisters, the I forgot their actual name. Sable Abel, right? That's an interesting last name. Okay, so we got Label here, or as she would like to have been called before, La Belle. She's Gracie's right hand, and she's a fashion designer. She also ditched her sisters at a young age to pursue her dream, and was like, I don't want to deal with you kids. So that was kind of bratty, but I also live for it. So she's going to be. Next we have Pascal, the wandering otter poet hipster guy. His personality is a little random, and he's kind of annoying with sometimes, but I love his design. I love his color palette, and him swimming around after you get the scallops, I think is adorable. And I think it was in City Folk and maybe the GameCube game. No, he wasn't in the GameCube game. City Folk and New Leaf, when you found him on the bridge, and then you gave him, I forget what you give him, but after he says his little spiel, and then he just jumps off, and then you can follow him, and he just slowly floats down the river and then down the waterfall and then away. It's just super cute. So, but with that being said, Pascal, I'm gonna put him in B. Okay, now we got giant eyelash lady from Sahara, and her name is Sahara. I like her. She's one of the OG traveling merchants from the game, from the original. I always thought she was fun. I just like the really unique animals, and she's the only camel villager, so with that she gets points. She has a funny way of speaking, you know, a little bit on the nose, trying to be a little, you know, a little insensitive, but, you know, they're just giving her personality. We'll just look at it that way. And I think she always has really great items. In New Horizons, after the update, and she got more carpets and wallpaper, so I think that's great. I'm always going to see her when I go over to Harv's Island. So we are gonna put her in A. Next up we have, this is Wilbur, right? Yeah, Wilbur and Orville. We'll do them together. They're both great additions to New Horizons. One is kind of cool and collected and loves to tell you that you're on a seaplane. And then we got Wilbur, bless his heart, he tries. He can't reach the keyboard, but, you know, apparently he's typing something. And he has to give you these long-winded explanations about how to set up a plane ride over to your friends that you've been over 17 times. But we love him for doing his best. So I think I'm gonna put them both in B. They're both solid. Okay. Wow, we still have nobody in S and nobody in F. But don't worry, we'll hopefully get to some of those. Okay, now we have Booker. And Booker is one of the original 2 police officer dogs. I really wish these 2 characters, honestly, though, were coming to New Horizons. They're just so cute. We need more dogs. Booker is more of a bulldog, and then Copper here is more of, I don't know, maybe like a Shiba Golden. No, definitely not a Golden, but they're both very cute. Copper is the more of the conservative, militaristic, you know, no nonsense one, and then Booker is super lazy and always wants to be inside, and then chases around, and then he thinks that there's lost and found, but he's never very confident. I love them a lot, both, but I think I'll have to put Copper in B and Booker in A because Booker is just so cute. Okay, now bear with me because I have no idea what these names are. I forgot. I think one is Giovanni, the other 2 I have no idea. So these are the 3 Pigeon Boys that work at like garage, and they do stuff in Pocket Camp. I vaguely remember Pocket Camp. I played for the first 2 months, I think, when it came out. It just wasn't for me. But they have cute designs, and I'm all for Animal Crossing, you know, adding some new characters to the game. I don't know. Do I have a preference between the 3? I think I'll put them all in C because I don't really know them, their personalities, but they're cute. Next we have Brewster. Brewster is going to B. He's great. He doesn't really speak too much, so that's probably one of the reasons why I wouldn't put him higher. I just don't feel like his personality is as fleshed out as I'd like, but he works at the cafe. It's a fun place to be. I love that he loves gyroids or gyroids, however you say that. So, you know, he's a good guy. Okay, next we got this monstrosity who's going to F because why was this abomination ever created? I'm not even going to give him satisfaction of telling you what his name is. Next up, we have Daisy May, who I spoke earlier when we talked about her great-grandmother, Joan. She's adorable. She has sinus issues. We love to try to help her when we can, you know. She's always carrying those turnips on her head. She's a hard worker at, you know, 3.5. So we'll put her in A. Okay, so this here is a kind of forgettable character in my opinion, but apparently he's really nice. I think I met him once in City Folk. His name is Don Rossetti, so he's the crazy Rossetti's nicer brother, but besides being nicer than his brother, I think that's all I really know about him. So he'll go to C. And then where's actual Rossetti, the psychopath? There he is, yeah, of course, yelling at people like usual, but he's iconic, so he's gonna go to B. Okay, so back to our order here. We have, I think it's Phineas. Well, I had to really reach into the back of my brain for that one. Phineas, from what I remember in City Folk, would sometimes be at the city area plaza of the game, and he would sell things like balloons and maybe bubble machines, things like that. I think I maybe saw him one time in the game. I don't know why in City Folk they made these NPCs so rare. Like, what's his face? I literally can't even find it. What's that guy? Oh my god, he's so forgettable. I can't even find him right now. This guy, Frillard, whatever. Wow, that was a struggle to look for that. Okay, so I'm gonna put him with him because they're both just as forgettable. Actually, no, I'll put him one higher just because at least I met him. And oh wait, no, in New Leaf he also gives you those badges. Okay, I love that. I love the badges system, so he'll go higher for that. Right, I almost forgot about that in New Leaf. Okay, moving on. We have Miss Harriet that used to work at Shampoodle, and now she's working with her boyfriend at the campsite where they have all these businesses going in New Horizons. Harriet's cute. This is her pre-hippie days. I like her little southern charm and her big poofy poodle hair. She's cute. I'll give her a B. All right, CJ. Oh, we're gonna put CJ and Flick together because they're obviously a gay couple, gay icons. If you don't agree, well then too bad for you. That's my headcanon for these two, and I think many people. I think he's like the jock one, and he's like kind of like the emo punk boy, and then they just complement each other in the most opposite ways, and I just think it's perfect. I don't know if I have one favorite over. I think I like Flick a little more, but I think they both would go in B to me. Okay. Honestly, I've never met this and I still don't know what it is. I thought it was maybe like a snowball with a hat, kind of like Frosty when he gets melted. But my thing was like a gnome. I remember reading about this one time because it was like, I believe he's only in the GameCube game, and it's when you have a perfect town, which I've never done. So I never met him, so I'll put him in D because I don't know him. I can't put him in F. Franklin. Okay, Franklin's a sweetheart. He doesn't want you to eat him, so we shouldn't. So please don't do that. Also, he likes to cook. He's a great chef. He's the only master chef in all of Animal Crossing Kingdom. And, he's like, he's the anti Gordon Ramsay. He will not yell at you. So for that, Franklin will go into A. Gracie. Oof. Gracie is a diva. Gracie is the original badass bitch. I love her. I love them. Whatever gender pronouns they want. They are the fashionista. They have the best shop. I remember always playing City Folk and saving up all my money just so I can go over to Gracie Grace to buy the gorgeous set. Oof, that is my favorite furniture set in all of Animal Crossing. Period. So Gracie just has a lot of like iconic moments and personality to me, and also that nostalgia factor, and that they haven't been brought back to New Horizons that I'm really disappointed with. So for that, Gracie is my first S tier. Yes. Okay, now we got Gulliver. Oof. Honestly, Gulliver is like, he gives me like two different reactions. One is he's so annoying and stupid and always is drunk out of his mind, falling off the boat, getting his friends to pick him back up who just wants to get rid of him. They're probably throwing him over. But on the other hand, he has this nostalgic character from the original, and I can't help but feel sympathetic for this drunk. I've been there. We all need someone to help us when we're, drinking a little too much. And I think I just have these like contrasting opinions that I guess I'll have to go with B. Okay. So now we have Harvey, the dog, who works at the camera studio in New Horizons, then turned into that, I don't even know what they call it, like the sort of a business market or something. But then New Leaf, he had the campground, which was fun. I feel like I liked the ideas and what you would do at the places that he hosted more than I liked him. I just find him a little bit, I guess, annoying with his personality and his nickname Harv. I find it kind of weird. So he gives me kind of off vibes. So I'm gonna put him in C for that. Oh my god, Jingle. Okay, Jingle, like Jack, is one of the best holiday NPCs. Oh, I think I like Jingle just as much as Jack, but I was thinking of putting Jingle in S just because they're so iconic. I love the starry eyes, and I just have one of the most nostalgic, happy feelings when I remember playing on Christmas Eve and then playing on Toy Day. And then the music and the GameCube Animal Crossing for Toy Day is so good, and I like instantly get excited. And Jingle is like the mascot of that, and Christmas is already a great holiday, and as a kid you get so excited, so it just correlates with Jingle. So I think with that, I'm actually going to do a fun little change here. I'm putting Jingle in S, and I'm moving Jack also to S, because that just fits with my fantasy right now. Okay, we went from some of the highest highs down to some of the lowest lows, and this deadbeat mother who purposely throws her kid off the train and loses it and hopes the kid does come back. But she always does, because people are nice and they bring back their kids to their terrible mother, who should be taken away from Planned Parenthood. Oh, sorry, did I say Planned Parenthood? I meant Child Protective Services. Whoops. Okay, I mean, she should have went to Planned Parenthood and thought about it for once. But we're putting Miss Caitlyn down in F tier. Next we have KK, who is an obvious instantaneous S tier. He's iconic, nostalgic, great characterization, great personality, instantly likable. He's a dog, obviously. Plays guitar, has so many music that's fun, and you listen to it on your own. Just great. I love it. Also a DJ sometimes. Let me see. Oh, what are some of my favorite KK songs off the cuff? Definitely KK Soul. I love KK Ska. KK Safari Samba are fun. DJ KK, and also oh, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't remember what it's called. Okay. Next we have the daughter of the Kappa family. I'm sorry, honey, you're going to D. I don't remember her name. Okay, next we have Leaf. Leaf is a good boy. He just wants you to make sure to, take out the weeds and wash his flowers. Did I say wash? I mean, water the flowers. He's sweet. I think he's sweet. He should go in B. You can't not like Leaf. Next up, we have Lottie, who works for the Happy Room Academy, I believe is what it's called. That spin-off game. I never really loved her. I thought she was kind of she's like an Isabelle clone, just overly positive. So I'll put her in D. I'm sorry, that might be controversial. Luna is... I think I like Luna's utility, like the dream suite idea, better than her. I think she's cool. I mean, she's a taper, which is a cool creature. But she doesn't look the most friendly or inviting. So she's going to go into D also. And then we got the Nook Twins. They're kind of demonic. They're kind of slaves to Tom Nook, their uncle. But they're also kind of cute. So I'm going to put them in B. We have Lloyd the Gyroid that does your construction projects and take the money from you. Nothing too interesting. I'll put him in D. Okay, now we got the Pelican Trio. So there's a lot of drama with these three, if you didn't know. Apparently, Pelly likes Pete. Pete also likes Pelly, but he also likes Phyllis because he's what? You know the word. And Phyllis, I think, is dating Pete and is leading Pelly on and tells villagers that he's dating Phyllis while also liking Pelly. So, it's a trap. We all have to avoid it. We have to save Pelly from this. She doesn't know what's going on, though. So with that, Pete F, you trash. Phyllis, even though she's doing this, she's also a fucking queen. She's going to B, and Pelly will also go to B. Come on, ladies, you can do better than him. All right, so now we have Porter the monkey, who's adorable, and I wish they brought him back. So we'll put him in A, just because he's cute. There's nothing else. Red, amazing. I love. He's going to S. He's a con artist. He's a fox, a thrifty, swifty fox. I love. He just nothing wrong, and I love the arts. Like trying to find the paintings and trying to figure out which one is real, which one is fake. I think it's a fun little game, basically within a game. Okay, we have another big character coming up. It's Sable, the third Able sister that we have now touched on. Able is such a sweetheart and is probably the nicest character in the whole game. She's so shy, so the first time you meet her, she doesn't really talk. She seems kind of off-putting or rude, but she's really just so shy that you need to talk to her a couple times every day, at least maybe 10 times, and then she starts opening up. And then eventually, like in New Horizons, she gives you patterns. She opens up to you about her past and her story, about her and her family, and so many traumatic things. And I really would recommend, if you don't know about the Able sisters' history, that you either look it up or you talk to them and talk to her in one of the games, and she will let you know. So with that being said, Sable is S tier. Okay, now we have this anime mouse ghost. If you don't remember her, most people don't, because she's only in City Folk, and she appears when you build the fountain, which is only there after you buy it for like $500,000. So it's a very rare character, obscure, but she's also very feisty and dramatic, which is also great points in my book. So just for that, for her 5 minutes of fame, she's going to be. Okay, Shrunk. This is the apprentice to Frillard, who I've never met, this man. Shrunk is a mess and is a horrible comedian and is basically just a janitor in New Leaf. He waits for KK to come. He doesn't do jokes. You give him food and then he gives you the emojis or whatever they're called. That's his main purpose. He's very sad. It's very sad to hear about him in many ways. So we'll just put him in C just to put him out of his misery. All right, now we have the head honcho, mastermind, evil Yakuza leader, Tom Nook. He's going to A. I can't put him in S because he's not the most likable, but he's the face of the series. He's, since the beginning, the OG hustler. Even though he's not the nicest or the most, let's say, fair with how he does things. I'm looking at you, Nook Twins, being slaved worked. He does let you pay rent interest-free, which I don't know anywhere in the world you'll be able to find that. So with that, just with that, he's like a saint. So we're going to put Tom Nook in A. Next, we got Tortimer. Oh my god. Apparently he's still alive. You know, we all thought he died when New Horizons came out, and we got those trailers, and we saw that tombstone in one of the shots, and everyone's like, oh, Tortimer's dead. I love how everyone just went straight to Tortimer being dead. No one had a second thought about it could be anything else, and I thought that was hilarious. But no, he is OG. He has a lot of nostalgia for me, but he's just really random and annoying, and he only comes to like holidays just to give you something, and then he just like leaves and doesn't do anything else. So I think he's gonna put him in C. I don't think he deserves better than that. Okay, what is the last remaining trio we have? So we have the Snowman family from New Leaf, I believe. Yeah. So there's the Snow Boy, the Snow Mam, I think, the Snow Dad, and then the Snow Tyke, which is not on screen, which is like the little baby girl. As a whole, they're really fun. They're like little mini games you do in the winter time. You have to roll the snowballs together and try to make the appropriate, the proportions correct to make the different variations. And I really love the Snow Dad for the bingo. It was really fun little game. So we'll put them in B. All right, Zipper, F, burn it with fire. He's evil. He's not really a bunny, clearly. Turn around, you got a zipper. Just so many red flags. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Just step away at all causes. Kids, if you see him, do not go towards it. Run away. Tell your parents. Moving on to one of the best characters in the game. Oh my god, I love Blathers. Blathers is instantly S. So nostalgic, so sweet. He's just a big bookworm and also hates bugs with a passion, will rip them apart if he sees them. He's just so afraid. But we love Blathers even though he's so scared of bugs. I just think that's a funny little addition to his character. But yeah, look at that. Look at that Argyle sweater painted onto his body with that little bow tie. How could you not love him? Alright guys, well that was a lot of NPCs that we went through. Looking at the placements here, I'm very happy with my 7 in S tier. They're all really iconic for different reasons. I know I had some polarizing opinions, I'm sure. But I don't think you can disagree with the bottom, with that F tier ones. They're not really great. But yeah, looks like that's going to be the end of today's video. Let me know down in the comments which NPC characters from the Animal Crossing universe are your favorites and which ones do you hate with a passion. And tell me Zipperty Bunny is on that list. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more videos like these, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!